Africa.
Oh, wow! Oh, wow! Wonderful fighting innings. And he's got it. Goodness gracious. All happening. Glorious day.
The #1 game in the world.
Welcome one and all to the fairest Cape. We're in the Western Cape in Cape Town for game #1 of 3 between South Africa and England. It's the first Momentum One-Day International. So confirmation then of the teams, and alongside is a welcome to David Lloyd. Bumble, a look at this England side and your thoughts with some new men coming in.
Yeah, really exciting for England. You've got some really established crackerjack players in there, but look at Tom Banton in at number 6. One or two are saying, is that the right place? Well, you better be playing rather than carrying drinks. So it's an exciting time. World champions are in town. 3 matches, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, look further into the bowling, and I think Sean alluded to it in talking to Owen there, that there are some younger guys in the bowling side of things rather than the usual bowling or World Cup winning bowling attack.
Well, you'd say that's an inexperienced bowling attack. Sam Curran is there. He's forced his way into every aspect of the game. Chris Waltz, I think he's played his 100th ODI. Tom Curran's in there, Chris Jordan, and Matt Parkinson. Intriguing. Little leg spinner, bowls it real slow.
Okay, right, on to South Africa, and Sean Pollock has walked across from the toss. Sean, it's also a new look, and you were talking to Quinton de Kock about this, a chat then about this side that they've picked today.
Yeah, it's the same case in point as Bumble mentioned. I mean, John Smith's kind of come in maybe 5 or 6 wherever he fits in. That's a different role for him. Temba Bavuma, I think number 3, he has to, for me, bat in the top 3, so he gets back into the mix. The captain at the front with Reza Hendricks, who started to establish himself just before the World Cup but missed out. Van der Dussen really come into his own, and then the experience of Miller at number 6, hopefully the match finisher for South Africa. Bowling wise, well, those guys are a little bit more experienced in certain departments than Dile. You got Lungi Ngidi and Shamsi. But Hendricks and Simpamla, it's a real opportunity for them with no Kagiso Rabada involved to show what they're capable of and stay to claim for a regular berth.
Here we go then, the first of the Momentum One-Day Internationals. Good start from both men.
And Mark, you asked about the surface. I think it'll be a little bit slow to start off with. I think it'll be a little bit challenging to maybe find your timing.
2 lots of 3 matches. We're in Durban on Friday, and then Johannesburg for the Pink Day. That's always such a great occasion on Sunday, and then 3 T20s, East London, back to Durban and Centurion. England, the present world champions in one-day international cricket, and England also world champions of T20 cricket, but a while back now under their present fielding coach Paul Collingwood. Down the ground it goes. Give Jason Roy half a chance.
Yeah, the first real shot of authority from Jason Roy. He's attempted a few, but hasn't really timed them. This one is superb.
That's a beauty. Even better than the one before.
Yeah, this tends to give you a reflection of the surface. The fact that both those drives off a decent length delivery have gone airborne for the first 5 to 10 meters of their flight means that maybe just holding up a touch. It also means there's been a change in the field setting. Quinton de Kock takes one of the slips out. It's like a wicket where you can get onto that front foot and look to do some damage from that strong position.
Roy! Phenomenal. Have a look at the flourish in this stroke. For Kevin Peterson to it.
Yeah, this is very good from Jason Roy. He's also got a good understanding. Hendricks, not all that experienced at this level. He's gone for back-to-back boundaries. He's got to be feeling the pressure. He's got to be feeling a bit out of his comfort zone. He doesn't just allow him to go for a length delivery and get away with it. He decides to use his feet, put him under some additional pressure. He's now gone for 3. Hendricks got a lot to think about.
Oh, it's carried. No, I don't think it has it? Maybe it's got to Pekla on the bounce. Ooh, half volley maybe.
Yeah, the reaction from Lungingiri would suggest that it did carry. Yeah, it did. It did carry in the end, and that's a massive blow. It's Jason Roy who's been the one who's got going. 24 of 18 deliveries. To give him a second opportunity is dangerous.
That's a biggie. Holding the bat beautifully straight through the ball. No, it isn't at all. He didn't get enough of it. Looked as if it had carried well into the seats.
I think he's broken his bat. He's signalling for a change.
Aha. Well, I think it's another example of how slow the pitch is. He seems to get a lot of it, doesn't he?
Short, and that's nicely played. That's a little bit different, and that's gone for 4.
There's no great pace in the delivery. 121 Ks. Bashed into this surface, short and wide. He does well to get bat on.
Prize of catch, it should be taken. It is taken. Hendricks is down there. He's got safe hands.
Tried this delivery before. Jason Roy looking to go over the top of long on. He cloths this. He knows as soon as he gets bat on this, he's in bother. It's rhythmical action. First strike for South Africa. Now he's in bother. Doesn't get it high enough or far enough.
That's a bit of a bonus, I think, the way that he was playing, but it's a huge wicket. It really is. He was looking so dangerous. Played a couple of beautiful shots to get going. He's on his way now, though. Quick 32, 51 for 1. 2 balls into the 10th over. John Smuts has picked up his first wicket in one-day internationals. 51 for 1 now as Joe Root comes out at number 3. Prize of catch it, and he's got a wicket. He'll be happy with that, and Dilly Petlaquayo strikes.
Well, another slap this time. Johnny Bairstow never really got going. Fancied going over the top, and it might be a slow delivery. It's 123k, and he fancies it. Again, doesn't get the elevation. Slaps it straight to mid-off. Bottom of the bat. He's changed his bat once. England have lost 2.
Yeah, they have, and I think that they'll be quite disappointed with the 2 they have lost. Bairstow for 19 now, 53 for 2. So a couple of strong shots played by the opening batsman right at the start. They've both departed now. Means that Root and Morgan have just arrived together. We know that Owen Morgan is a fine player. Left-handed, so it's going to make things a little bit more challenging for the bowlers as well. Strike rate of 91.2 is really good work. Getting close to that 7,500 run mark. It's a lot of matches. 1300s. Petlaquayo again.
Usual start for Morgan at a bouncer. Not a quick bouncer. Very influential player for England. Morgan, wonderful leader. He owns this team. The one-day team, he owns it.
Fielded. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't know. That might be gone, you know. He dived in, Joe Root. And it's not conclusive. Certainly with the naked eye, it looks a tight one. He's gone off.
Yeah, he thinks he's gone, and that's why he thinks he's gone. He's diving towards the stumps so he can see all the action, Joe Root. And he realized that the stumps were shattered before that bat got over the line. Just watching live, I thought he might have been safe. But that's looking from a long, long way away. So this is a big wicket for South Africa. Started with some fantastic fielding first of all. Bit of a mix-up between Joe Root and Owen Morgan. But for some fantastic fielding, Van der Dusen got up, accurate throw, bang, gone.
It's outstanding fielding, really is. And yeah, that's all he can do, Owen Morgan. Joe Root gone. It's 83 for 3. No shot. Well executed. There's a man sweeping offside and he's able to make sure he gets it fine of that man and gets it away for 4. Oh, nearly punched it back to the bowler. It brings up 100 for England. 100 for 4. Yeah, welcome back to all our SuperSport viewers. England have gone up to 100 for 4. Partnership 17 from 25, and this is Denley, who nearly chipped one back to Tabrez Shamsi. Bowling well, he's bowled 3 overs, he's got a wicket for just 12. Close. Shot. Oh, that's beautiful. A great blow off the bat. Just lets it come down and hits it straight back past the bowler.
Just a fraction too full from Petlukwaya, but that's good also from batsman Banton to identify a bad delivery to make sure that he scores off it.
Oh, he's been given. Shamsi was celebrating. He was running down the wicket. He was 100% convinced that that was good and out. And the umpire agrees with him. And he's going to have a quick discussion with Joe Denley. Time's getting short, and they do decide to have a review.
So a request for a review on that decision has come from the batting team.
I think there's a lot going for this review. And for the big shot, and for the sweep, the right ball to play it to. Foot is fine. Unless he's hit it, just a hint of turn. He's in trouble, I reckon.
Could be an umpire's call and maybe line. We never straight down the line on those ones because we're looking to see if there's an inside edge involved. So he may just get away with being outside the line. I think it could be close to an umpire's call. Where's the first contact? No bat involved, no edge involved. And this is, what does it? Makes contact with the front pad. Yeah, umpire's call on impact, so that's a good result for South Africa. The review they don't lose because it was the umpire's call. But it's Shamsi again, picked up the wicket of Owen Morgan, he's backed it up with the one of Banton, who finishes his first one-day international innings for England. He goes for 18, 108 for 5. In at number 7, Sam Curran, who had a pretty good series in the Test series, playing just his second one-day international with his brother. Played once in Colombo in Sri Lanka earlier in the year. He's got plenty of time. Occupy the crease. Try and get a nice constructive score here for England.
See, nowadays, young bowlers generally have a lot of different slow balls up their sleeve. Certainly 1 or 2.
Dragged away, and that's nicely played by Joe Denley to end the over. back of an anchor just set up to be hit on the slow surface and put away beautifully. Sweeps and misses it, bowled around his legs. Shamsi strikes again. South Africa pick up their 6th.
Really tossed this one up. Little bit of spin, just gets the wrong side of the ball, does Curran. The death rattle as it just went past that pad. Looking up to the screen just to see exactly how that's bowled him. Just goes too far across. And just hits that leg stump. Cue the celebration. More trouble for England. And Curran now goes for 731 for 6.
Chris Wokes has made his way to the middle in his 100th one-day international for England. He too was presented with a special cap before play, alongside Matt Parkinson and Tom Banton, who both got their first caps. Great occasion for him. He's now got to play an exceptional innings to drag England out of a hole. And it's running away for 4. They needed a boundary, and South Africa thought for a minute they had a wicket. You can tell on their faces it feels like one missed. Beautifully timed. Wow, what a shot that is. Courageous shot. Though there's no certainty he meant to hit that in the air. He did, and he hit it well enough.
Timed the pants off this. Pitch like this, to play that shot on the rise, hitting through the ball, not the easiest. Now then, de Kock, is he looking to contain England to a low total, or does he want to bowl them out?
That's a very good shot indeed. That is beautifully played.
That brings up the 50 partnership.
Brings up the 50 partnership as well. Good work from these two guys.
Well, that's something that we see Petluquire do that at times is not necessary. He has a lot of variety, he has a lot of different balls that he bowls, but sometimes it's just not necessary. That was a slow ball that got punished.
That's over the top as well. Back to back. You don't need these at this stage. That's an out-and-out half volley. This could develop into a very big over.
That's a good shot. Off is in the circle, so not too difficult to get it over the top of him.
Easily back for the second. Good work from Denley. That's his 3rd career 50. And a really important time now for England. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. And that has gone. That is a fine strike.
How many times have we seen this attempted slow ball? Well, not an attempt, it is a slow ball. That's 3 in a row. People get accustomed to these slow balls, especially when they are pitched that short. They keep disappearing. I was watching an under-19 game recently, won't mention the team, and they kept on bowling these slow balls. They kept on going into the stands.
Tried to pick that up, and he's done well. One bounce and has gone for 4. That's a nice way to finish the over for England, and also Denley. 7 off that, 221 for 6. He was just looking for this, looking for something to get under. Takes him now to 67, 6-4s in this knock from Denley now.
Out, he's got one. There you go. Look at that. Mummy dearest is happy.
She's not happy, she's ecstatic. He's on the board. Double Nelson has done the trick for South Africa. They pick up their 7th. It's been a really good innings from Wokes, 40 or 42 deliveries. And the shot was on. He was thinking, if I can just get it over the infield, it's a length delivery. He just didn't get the elevation he was after. Picks out David Miller. Comfortable catch in the end, but it was a really good partnership between the two of them. Wokes did well for 40. 2-2 for 7.
Tom Curran, minute 9. Good partnership that was between Wokes and Denley. 91 they put on. Record for this ground. Breaks that one between Kohli and Bhuvanesha Kumar. Well, well, that is absolutely clubbed. Picked the slower ball and threw the kitchen sink at it. 6 runs.
The field changes for Denley. They put a deep mid-wicket back in place. The man who's there is Temba Bavuma, and as the contact was made, I was watching Temba. I wasn't sure how clean he had struck it, but it wasn't long before Temba just turned around and waited to see where on the bank it landed. Slower delivery, he bowled with good effect to the man who's just been at the crease for 8 or 10 deliveries.
And he missed.
You do wonder whether he went to the right side. He had enough time to maybe try and target the stumps of Denley. Who's going to be doing the damage for England at the back end here? You do think it would be Joe Denley. Popped up in the air. The slow balls have been very effective. Could he have made a direct hit? There was no doubt. If he hit the stumps, Curran was on his way back to the dressing room.
Out. Oh no, down. It was hit really hard. It was a full toss. And he's generally got good hands, John Smuts. And that's gone in and out.
A little bit disappointing. The sun is setting in that area, but I don't think that affected him. It was hit straight to him, and on the angle, he had time. I think he just got in a bit of a tangle with regards to where his knee was positioned. Pops out. Will that cost South Africa?
Shot. It had pace on it. That's the problem. So you could stand there and just flat bat it for 6. 250 comes up. 253 for 7.
This is nicely played. Was a cutter, but a much quicker one than we've seen from Ngidi. And there you can see the disappointment on his face. The option wasn't the one he wanted to go for. He gave just enough pace to Denley, who had given himself room. There's a knock on, and there'll be a scrum down. Good catch in the end.
Up in the air and out. Nicely judged by Reza Hendricks. Went up a long way. And he had to make the judgment, cognizant of the fact that there was a rope behind him. A really good innings comes to an end.
Yeah, this wasn't far away. Slow ball again, length delivery, and you can just see the bat face closes a touch. He makes contact, he's hoping rather than knowing. We saw early on when he was at the crease, he smashed one onto the bank. He knew exactly he had enough club on it to take it all the way. But well played, Joe Denley. Fantastic 87 in the context of the game where his team was when he came to the crease. That's a mighty fine effort. 254 for 8.
Chris Jordan in, the non-strikers in. Got something on it. Fine leg is back there though, so just a single. Yeah, top innings by Joe Denley. He's trying desperately to get this to go over the offside, but there's no pace, and he's through the shot and the bat face closes and it goes onside where there is the fielder, Reza Hendricks, and he makes no mistake. Oh, bold. He left it alone, Tom Curran. He thought, oh, that's a bit high. No, it's one for the over, and it's a dot. So he's got just one ball to go. He can't leave the next one.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. He thought, no, that's comfortably over, and it just almost dips down in the end. Here's a look at the square leg umper straight away. Doesn't get the call he was after.
So here we go then. Final ball of the innings. Right in the block hole, they'll run. Why are you throwing it? Oh dear. They'll go for a third. Well, then no, they won't. A bit of a brain fade there. Goodness gracious. England and 258 for 8.
Six bowlers used by the South Africans. And the pick of the bowlers, no doubt, Shamsi. 3 for 38. He was superb in his 10 overs. Picked up 3 vital wickets. Hendricks 1 at the back end. Quinton Smuts was very good for his 10 overs as well. 1 for 43. Petlakwa 1 for 47. And Sipamla, first one-day international. He's got himself on the board. 1 for 40.
So, South Africa, having decided that they'll field first, should feel comfortable about chasing 259. Let's see how they go in not long from now.
You make me feel so alive. You make me feel so alive.
Quinton de Kock on strike. 259 the target. And with me in the commentary box is Rob Key.
Afternoon all. It'll be a fascinating first 10 overs, because this is about trying to make the most of the ball skidding onto the bat. England as well got to be smart with the ball. Then it's going to be a bit tougher. Batting will become that little bit harder. Then you have to make sure you try and set it up for the back end. This bloke can make batting look easy on any surface.
Well, you feel that a good start is imperative. I know that's a bit of a cliche, but the pitch is so slow that when the ball gets soft and the guys all take pace off it, it's really difficult to force that pace. You know, England had 50 pretty quickly. I think 10 overs they reached 50, I'd guess 51 maybe. And then Roy got out and Bairstow straight afterwards, and the whole tempo, in fact the whole nature of the game changed. So much so that from looking as if men were playing against boys, South Africa evened things up, took command rather, and the suggestion was reversed for a period where England were rendered shotless and South Africa were fielding like tigers. And well. It seems straight enough. It might be a leg stumper, but leg stump's good enough. Well, he's going to review it. He thinks it might be nipping down. I'm not so sure it's not clipping that leg stump.
Yeah, that's what Quinton de Kock has just said to him. He just saw him there, just deck back towards you down that leg side. That's the only thing that can save him. Whether it's missing that leg stump, no ball, front foot is fine.
Reza Hendricks, the batsman. Oh, nipping down, it looks like. It might be excellent review, or a wise review, we should call it. Oh, going way down. I wonder if he moved after it hit him. Initially looked as if it was going so far down. Yeah, I see Quinton de Kock. You see that left of picture, just as Rob Key noticed. Oh, what a shot that is. He makes batting look ridiculously easy. If you wanted to show a youngster uncomplicated movements, a straight back, good hands, well, you might as well show him this guy.
Absolutely spot on. How easy he makes it look. That high back lift, the cock wrists. And he just seems to have so much time. It's that economy of movement. It looks like he just has an uncluttered brain as well for just not worrying about technique.
Well, I said this guy could play. That's up there with anything from Denley earlier in the piece. He drove the ball well through extra cover. So too Risa Hendricks.
No matter who you are, you enjoy a boundary like this. Just always makes you feel better. Chris Jordan doing the dive. There's a lot to admire in the way that he's played this shot. It wasn't just a completely full ball. Just a hint of width.
$16 for no wicket. Hey, out of the reach of the diving Johnny Bairstow.
I reckon he's just been moved from there pretty much. Wasn't long ago. Change of plan from O'Morgan. Wants that mid-wicket, extra cover. And gone wide to a gully position to stop him running it down to third man. Straight down first slip's throat.
If he'd been very tall, if it'd been Zach Crawley, maybe. That is out, caught at the wicket, so he won't be hanging around. Trying to force the pace off a ball that just bounced a little more than some have.
Oh, absolutely, from nowhere as well. We haven't seen any of this. If anything, you'd say Nicks wouldn't necessarily carry, but he's gone hard at the length, just outside off stump. It's like a cross seamer. Sometimes that just gives a little bit of variation out of a pitch, even on a good surface. This one, slightly too paced in nature. Bounces, tries to play the drive on the up, simple catch.
Hard shot to pull off that. It's a hard shot on a pacey pitch. I guess it got to him a bit in the end. 25 for 1 with Risa Hendricks gone for 6.
Right, Temba Bavuma in at number 3. First wicket going down. 25 on the board. Now that was just a prime example of cross seam, which I'm sure that Sean Pollock alongside me will have a chat about when we see the replay. But Temba at the non-strikers end at the moment. That's a beautiful shot. That is superbly controlled. What a nice way to get off the mark. Plays that shot so often.
Yeah, in many ways, it's brave. The team just lost a wicket. You have to have practiced it a lot to back yourself to play it on the 4th delivery you receive on the day to absolute perfection.
Solid down the ground. That's messed it up a bit. Really good shot from Quinton de Kock. 5 from it, 46 for 1.
Margin for error when you're up against class players like Quinton de Kock is small, slightly overpitched. And he picks the gap superbly.
This is where England started to have a few problems. You can see with their blue worm that there's a couple of knots where they lost a couple of wickets. South Africa doing okay at the moment. Little paddle, nice and fine, clever. Very clever from Temba Bavuma.
Yeah, Bavuma's been very good against Joe Root, put him under some pressure. We saw a couple of overs again, the reverse sweep, paddle, went away to the fence. This one, the little scoop. Here's a man there, but he's quite square, so had to go fine if it was going to get airborne. Temba did exactly that, brings up the 50 for South Africa.
That is a beautiful stroke. My goodness, that skill. De Kock this time, nice and fine, picks up the boundary. Now Parkinson's gone for 8 in his first, 14 gone, 64 for 1.
Yeah, nicely played. Once again, 73 kilometers per hour. You do feel that the speed is just a little bit too slow at this level. Gives class batsmen like Quinton de Kock plenty of time to decide what kind of shot they want to play.
Down.
50 partnership between Temba Bavuma and Quinton de Kock. It's off 54 ball, so in good time. They've done well after the wicket fell to just get the innings going. And they're doing it the right way, South Africa here, with 2 experienced men. I say experienced, Bavuma's not played a whole lot of one-day internationals, but he's been in the system, played test matches. Shot. Oh, that's a beauty. Hit at the top of its bounce, and it's through the covers for 4. 86 for 1.
Well, this is lovely. Super shot from Bavuma. A good ring on the bat too. It's hit the middle. He threads that through delicately past extra cover and past mid-off.
What a shot. What a beauty of a shot. Short, wide, and it went so quickly to the boundary for 4.
Well, there's not a fielder moved here. Short and wide. Look at backward point there. Never moved.
Here's watching the ball for you. He's running for his partner, and he'll get in. Quinton de Kock goes to a 25th one-day international half century. Played well here, leading from the front as the skipper. He's been prolific in one-day internationals. He's got 1400s. Need him to go on here, and he's guiding them nicely. Shot placed really well. 1 bounce and 4. It's a drag down, and Quinton de Kock will make you pay.
Oh, he's not missing this. The original long hop. Extension of the arms.
And that's another boundary. Slapped as if it's just an irritant fly by Quinton de Kock.
Well, when you see it get past Jordan as easily as this did, you know it was hit powerfully, because that fellow Chris Jordan has good hands. Usually you see evidence of that in the slip cordon.
Under partnership then, firm sweep to go with all the other firm strokes we've seen from a confident, impressive looking pair. 66 to de Kock, 52 to Bavuma, and in the partnership Bavuma has the lion's share. How often would one say that? I do think that de Kock is reacting to the captaincy and the way that he's gone about the innings. How's the follow through? And how's the result? Nothing quite works like a picture of white on black there, the black side screens, flight of the ball. Wonderful batting.
Well, he knew exactly how well he had hit that. Quinton de Kock did not even take a step outside of his crease after he hit this ball. He just stood there How far is it going? He knew.
I think he's got all of that. He has. He's got all of it. Just a little fella with a big heart and a big ball strike there.
Doesn't have to be all that short for it to be short for Bavuma as well.
That will go miles. The pickups usually do. Yep, that's 15 rows back. Not a good ball from Wokes.
That's the way 150 comes up on the board for the Proteas.
That was just about waist high. Heading down the leg side, so not a problem for Bavuma. He knows. Wrong line.
Found the gap beautifully. Well, they're picking up the rate now, this pair. They've got the required rate under 5 because their own rate is 5.6. Kock on 80, Bavuma 72. There's a job to do here. Still 100 needed. Finish that job. As Richie Venner used to say about a batsman who was in a one-day game, be there at the end. Ooh, half chance. You wouldn't put off many of those, would you, Mikey? 1 or 2 in 10, 1?
1 in 50.
Oh, there you go. Okay, well, there you go.
That
right.
came back very quickly. The way these guys hit the ball these days, that's just luck if it sticks.
That's whipped away quickly. And it's gone for 4. Parkinson couldn't stop it cleanly. Another boundary to de Kock. Getting close to 90 now. This is now developing into a big over. 6 from it with 1 ball to go. Sense of humour failure, I think, for Tom Curran now.
That partnership goes to 146. Done it easily as well. This is poor fielding. You get into international cricket, the misfields that you feel in county cricket feel a hell of a lot worse.
A little bit short. And he smashed that away. 1 bounce and it's gone for 4. That's a really good shot.
150 partnership. These two have played superbly. Kock and Bavuma this time. Just the pressure that Parkinson is under. This is the difference in a lot of Parkinson in T20 cricket, where generally batsmen are coming at you all the time. You bowl your 4 overs, batsmen are going to try and play a shot every ball. Here they're just sitting on him a bit, waiting for the bad ball.
Oh, he's thrashed that away. Gee, that's a beauty. That also brings up 5,000 one-day international runs for Quinton de Kock. 5,000, the second fastest for South Africa.
Oh, because he's so still, he can just pick up anything you do.
Hard along the ground, that is going to go for 4. It has gone for 4. What a magnificent knock this has been. The new captain of the one-day international team has played superbly today. Everyone is going to be on their feet here in Newlands. This has seriously been special. What a talent Quinton de Kock is.
And they say captaincy can be a burden. Well, it doesn't seem to be that way for Quinton de Kock. 101 from 106 balls. As soon as he came out, he just made it look so simple on a pitch where a lot of people have struggled. He never struggles to find his timing, never struggles to manipulate the ball. What a fantastic player.
That's number 15 now for Quinton de Kock. Simply magnificent. And he goes again in exactly the same place.
Watch the way he manipulates his body here, his feet in particular. Just see, he gets that front foot really outside leg stump because he's picked his gap. He's looking for a length, it's too full, and he can just manipulate the ball. Brilliant batting.
He's bowled him. Looking for that big shot over the top was Quinton de Kock. Middle stump has been knocked back by the Test skipper. Bit of a wry grin there from Quinton de Kock. It is the end of what has been a simply magnificent performance. What a century this has been.
A small consolation for England, and Joe Root in particular. Middle stump, big sweep to the leg side. That is the end of what has been an outstanding innings. African ODI captain Quinton de Kock. Standing ovation. Everyone, English fans, well, pretty much everyone is standing up, applauding a brilliant 107, 113 balls, 198.
He's got an average in the 70s in one-day internationals at the moment. Rassie van der Dussen. Superb 90 in that last Test match. 98 it was. Really played well. After, and he's the first to admit, after struggling a bit, and he worked on a couple of aspects of his technique. It's a lovely shot to play first up. Nice little cover drive. Just a couple to get going. 200 on the board now.
Cut!
Oh, that was in the air for a while.
A hint of turn. I've seen a lot of that really. Even when South Africa bowled, it was the fact it was stopping in the surface. Look how early he is on this shot.
It's one thing we've been saying all along about the batsmen when they first arrive. Slow surface, got to get used to it a bit. It's a direct hit.
A good bit of fielding. I'll just show you how well Quinton de Kock played really. You watch Quinton de Kock bat and you think, well, actually this pitch is getting better, it's getting easier. Obviously not that. Then a new batsman comes in and it's still slow. You still have what the England batsmen were doing when they came out to bat. They struggled with the pace, struggled to time the ball. Quinton de Kock just looked like he was batting on a different surface.
That's a big blow. Won't go all the way for 6, but it's a boundary.
It's nicely played by Van der Dussen. The key was the footwork. He got somewhere near the pitch. Yes, the bat face closes in his hands as he makes contact, but the contact's still good enough to take it past the inner ring.
That one should go for 4, irrespective of how slow his outfield is. Yep. That's Van der Dussen though, not Bavuma. Nothing to celebrate yet.
Yeah, really good from Rassie again. Slightly over pitched and just opens the face of the bat, the blade. Make sure he pierces the infield, cuts across it, beats Morgan.
Oh, that's close. And given. That's a disappointment for the crowd. Is he going to send it upstairs? I doubt it. He has, but I doubt that's missing.
Who can blame him, Marky, on 98, just thinking, is there a chance of a reprieve? Can I get another go at getting those 2 runs? Problem with the front foot. It's a ball that almost looked like it skidded onto Bavuma quicker than what he was expecting. He's back on his stumps. Not much going for it. Unfortunately, even Temba, as we look off screen, is starting to make his way off the ground. It's been an absolute brilliant performance from him. Fortunately, it looks as though he's going to fall 2 runs short. It's the front pad first. No edge involved. Just battling to see how it couldn't be at worst an umpire's call. I think that's as out as it can get. Unfortunately for South Africa, unfortunately for Bavuma, he ends up falling 2 short. But don't take anything away from a fantastic innings from the young man. Played brilliantly for his 98 of 103 deliveries. Really was a quality performance in combination with his captain. Beautiful partnership, taking his team onto the brink of victory. Well played, Temba. You deserve all the applause you get as you walk off for 98. 2, 3, 4 for 3. John Smith on debut. Different role for him, normally at the top of the order from a provincial perspective. But no pressure on him whatsoever to try and move on the scoring rate. He can take his time, get himself in and get South Africa over the line.
So what's the story with John now, Polly? Is he like New York? So good they had to name him twice?
I'm not too sure on that one, Mikey. Here's his list A career, just over 35. List of 173, which is pretty impressive, and has done a fantastic job for his franchise, the Warriors.
That's a good shot. That's a very good shot. Well placed.
We see more and more of Russell Van Dusen at the international level. This is most very characteristic of his style and most defines him as a cricketer. He gets into really good positions beautifully through that extra cover area. It's as good as you're going to get. Take South Africa within 6 of victory.
That will do it. That will do it. So South Africa win with a couple of overs and 2 deliveries to spare.
Yeah, great effort by South Africa. Having won the toss, deciding to bowl first. It wasn't the most fantastic start by the opening pair, but ever since the change bowlers were brought on, South Africa started to dominate, picked up wickets at regular intervals. Once there was a partnership between de Kock and Bavuma trying to chase down the 258, it just looked like a matter of time. It was to be. John Smuts, the debutant, hits the winning runs, and South Africa win comfortably side by 7 wickets. They've dominated the game and deserve it. 1-0 leaders in the series.
Quinton de Kock batted beautifully. Well, we have seen him bat well in the past. But as Mark Nicholas said, it seemed as if the captaincy just brought that bit more confidence into his batting. And Bavuma, good friends, shared a fantastic partnership together. Van der Dusen just helped them to finish it off.
Yeah, Mike, when you're chasing a score of 258, it's often just one really good partnership, and that's what we saw between de Kock and Bavuma. 173 off 170 deliveries. Meant that it was only one team that was going to be winning at the end of the partnership. The distant Bavuma put on 36, and the debutant Smuts joined Van der Dusen to knock off the winning runs. Miller Petlaquai obviously not getting to the crease. 7 options for England with the ball in hand. Wokes was very impressive up front, 9 overs, 1 for 36. Curran didn't really get the ball to shape for many of those 5 overs. Joe Root was brought in early in the power play, picked up the wicket of Quinton de Kock eventually. Tom Curran, 0 for 38. Parkinson on debut, 8.4 overs, 0 for 48. Jordan picked up the wicket of Temba Bavuma, much to the disappointment of the locals. Just 2 runs short of 100, Denley 6 overs, 0 for 41.
And that's where we stand. England, inserted by South Africa, lost the toss for the first time on this tour. 258 for 8. That's 1 point. Everyone thought they would be getting over 300. 258 for 8 didn't prove to be much of a challenge because of Quinton de Kock and Temba Bavuma. 259 for 3 in the 48th over with still 7 wickets in hand. That's a margin of victory for South Africa.